Brought to you by 1AAuto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet.
Hi, I'm Don from 1A Auto. I hope this how-to video helps you out. And the next time you need a part for your vehicle, think of 1AAuto.com. Thanks.
In this video, we're going to show you how to replace the wiper transmission on this 2003 Nissan Altima. It's the same process on the Altimas from 2002 to 2006. And the items you'll need is a new windshield wiper transmission from 1AAuto.com, flat blade screwdriver, 10mm and 14mm sockets and ratchet with an extension, and a pair of pliers. The first thing we need to do is remove the wiper arms, so just pry up these little bolt caps. There's one on each. Now remove the two 14mm nuts securing the wiper arms. Push the wiper arm down to break it loose and then pull it up. And do the same on the other side. Pump it a couple times if necessary. It should pop off. Now pull up this weather strip. And it's held in by a series of clips. If a couple of them get left behind, don't worry about it. Now use a pair of pliers to remove those leftover clips. And then they just fit right back into that weather strip. Next, you want to remove these plastic rivets. There's two of them right here. One right there in the center. And then there's one right there and one right there. And you can pry them up pretty easily using either a flat blade screwdriver or a pair of pliers. Next, you want to just pull this wire from the clips along that cowl trim. Now pull up on that trim panel to release the clips. And go to the other side and do the same thing. And then it should pull out and off. Next, you have to remove a series of 10mm Phillips head bolts. There's one there, one down in there, and another one down over here. And then there's three in this bracket right here. And we'll fast forward as Don removes those bolts. You can see he's using a 10mm socket and ratchet. And once you remove the last bolt from that bracket, remove it. Next, remove these 5 10mm bolts lining this harness cover. Now push on the tab on the wiper motor harness and pull it free. And then lift up that harness cover and just pull your transmission out through there. Old wiper transmission in the back, new one from 1A Auto up front. You can see they're identical and they'll mount the same. All that's missing is the wiper motor, and we'll show you how to swap that over right now. Use a flat blade screwdriver to stop the arm from moving, and then using a 10mm socket and ratchet, just remove that nut. Once the nut's removed, pry that arm off the motor, and then remove these 3 Phillips screws. Put the motor into place on your new wiper transmission and replace those 3 Phillips screws. Line up the arm put it into place and replace that 10mm nut. And we'll fast forward as he just tightens that up. And now you just want to remove these 14mm nuts on your wiper transmission. And take the washers from your old transmission and put them into place. Lift up that harness and feed the wiper transmission into place. Once it's in place, replace the 3 10mm bolts that secure it. And make sure you tighten those up.
Reconnect the harness and then replace the bolts that hold that wiring harness in place.
And then put that bracket back in place and replace the 3 10mm bolts in that. And put the window trim panel back into place. Make sure the sides are down into the fender and that you hit the clips in the panel down to activate them. And then just replace those plastic rivets. And push your weather strip back into place. And then replace your wiper arms. Just try to line them up and put them into place and replace the 14mm nut. And then just tighten those up. And replace those caps. Now just test it out and make sure your wiper blades are properly lined up and everything works the way it's supposed to.
We hope this helps you out. Brought to you by www.1aauto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet. Please feel free to call us toll free 888-844-3393. We're the company that's here for you on the internet and in person.